Hi Ranveer, it's been quite a while since we've met. I'm so very excited about the event that we have this afternoon.
Hi Prisha, what's new today?
Remember the smart talks that we used to have last year? We are resuming the stimulating and thought-provoking sessions with a virtual talk for the primary students by a renowned personality from India.
Virtually, that's cool. Yes, we had a very informative talk on how to become a scientist. What's the topic for today?
Health and wellness from an Ayurvedic perspective.
Ayurvedic? What's that?
Ayurveda, or the science of life, practiced in India, is considered by many scholars to be the oldest healing science. The word Ayurveda comes from two Sanskrit terms. Ayur means life and Veda means knowledge. It is based on the belief that health and wellness depend on a delicate balance between the mind, body, and spirit.
I like the field of medicine. The history of medicine is an interesting subject that narrates the story of man's war against illnesses. I wish my sister could also attend this talk. She is down with a slight cold.
Why don't you try this? My aunt's suggestion is that I take 1 teaspoon of ginger juice and tulsi mixed with 1 teaspoon of honey 2 to 3 times a day for immediate relief and early recovery from common cold. Yeah, this is an Ayurvedic remedy.
That's interesting. I must try that when I get home. By the way, who's our guest speaker for today?
Our guest speaker is a renowned Ayurvedic practitioner from Kerala, Dr. Rekha Varma, who is the chief physician of Nagarjuna Sthree Ayurveda Centre, Kochi, Kerala, and has 3 decades of successful treatment experience in the field of medicine. Dr. Rekha is an ardent follower of poetry and propounds her mastery over Sanskrit Shlokas. With today's talk on Ayurvedic Charya and practices, she will introduce us to a holistic way of life.
Then let's not keep anyone waiting any longer. We warmly welcome Dr. Rekha Varma in our midst to address the students of primary 3 to 5.
Good afternoon, children. How are you all today? Doing good? Okay, let's get started. All of you are very happy to come to school, yes? Good. I am here to tell you something about how to be always healthy and energetic so that you will never miss your school or your favorite hobby or sport. The secret is called Ayurveda. Ayurveda is the Indian system of healing which originated almost 5,000 years ago in India. There are doctors who attend you when you are ill, right? They give you medicines for your illness and make you all right. Ayurveda is a doctor who tells you how not to fall sick and lead a healthy life. You all know that prevention is better than cure. So if you're not falling sick, you will be always happy. So preventing a disease is better than curing a disease once it has come. Nature is the best doctor. You feel happy and energetic when you see the rising sun, standing in a beach with the fresh air to breathe. Ayurveda is a natural science which stipulates cultivation of good charyas or habits as we say today. Let's see what Ayurveda suggests as a good habit to be healthy. The habits we need to cultivate might also change based on the season or climate. So for that, the language may not be familiar to you. We have 2 charyas. We call one as dinacharya, that is the daily regimen which you have to follow, and the other one is ritucharya, the charya or the regimen or the routine which you have to follow according to the change of seasons. We all know that there are 6 seasons in 1 year. Like you feel different on a bright, sunny summer morning from a cold, rainy, dark morning. Our charya or habit should show how our body can live in a harmony with nature. Let's see what does Ayurveda suggest as a charya for healthy lifestyle. You have to get up early in the morning. Very difficult? No, it's not difficult if you sleep early in the night. As soon as you wake up, you have to clean your teeth, your tongue, then if possible take bath. Then drink something hot. Why I am telling hot? You should not drink anything which is cold like milkshakes or juices or cold water. You should drink something hot or lukewarm because it will help you to remove the phlegm. We call it as kapha in Ayurveda, which is accumulated in your body during the sleep time. And this hot drink will get you to get proper motions, proper stools before you go to school. If you're not happy with your tummy when you're going to school, definitely you will not be happy in the class. You will not be able to concentrate on your studies. So make sure that your tummy is clear before you go to school. So for that, you have to drink something hot, like milk you can have, or you can have Bonvita Boost or some other drink. And take breakfast, nutritious breakfast before you go to school. I know most of the children are in a hurry to go to school in the morning. If you are not getting ready in the morning, they will miss the school bus. That is very difficult for a mother to cope up, right? So breakfast should be nutritious because it is break fast. You are breaking the fast. It's a fast of 8 to 10 hours. You are eating almost 8 to 10 hours in the night, and then you are having some food. So make sure that your breakfast is nutritious. It should be balanced. I think the children in 5th standard have heard of balanced diet. So it should contain carbohydrate, protein, vitamins, minerals. So make sure that your breakfast is nutritious. If you're in a hurry and you're not able to have your breakfast in the morning, you can carry it as the snack or the first break meal. And before going to school, take some porridge with ragi. Ragi is good with iron, or with oats or broken wheat according to your mother's convenience. And once you are in the school, drink enough water. That is very important. Drinking water will keep you hydrated. Hydration is required for the brain to function properly. If you're not hydrated properly, you will be tired in the class. You will not be able to concentrate in your studies. You may feel giddy. So better to have proper intake of water during your school hours, and make sure that you will pass urine whenever required. Don't hold your urine. It is not good for you. If you're holding your urine for longer periods or longer time, some children are not ready to go to school bathroom. So please don't do that. If you're doing it, you may end up in urinary tract infections. Getting infections is not at all good because it will lower your immunity. So do that. Passing urine timely is very important. Then lunch. You can have light lunch because most of the children will have playtime after your lunch period. So physical activity, again, it is also very important because physical activity will increase the capacity of your lungs. Your breathing will be proper. The blood circulation will increase and your muscle tone will increase. All joints in your body will be more flexible. So you should get into physical activity in the school also. And once you are back from the school, that is the problem with most of the children nowadays. Once you're back from the school, most of the children will be alone at home. Maybe your mother will be working, so you'll be hungry definitely. So you may have to order something with Swiggy or Zomato, and that will be some burger, pizza, or what called the other stuff. I'm not remembering the name of that company. Anyway, something with more cheese and all. Definitely cheese is very tasty. I agree with you, but it's not good for your body. So what you have to do once in a while, your children, I can understand your taste is different from that of adults. So you can take once in a while, that is make it once in a week, something from Swiggy like the junk foods. The other 6 days of the week, you can have something homemade. So if nobody is at home for making a fresh snack for you, healthy snacks, previously in India, especially in India, we used to get snacks made of jaggery, coconut, rice flour and all. That was so nutritious, at the same time tasty, fresh snacks. So nowadays that is not possible because most of the mothers are working. So what you can do is you can ask your mother to keep a portion of your breakfast and you can have it once you're back from school. So that is the snack which you can have once you're back from school. Then after taking rest for some time, you can go for some outdoor activities, not indoor, not playing in your tab or your phone or somewhere. So go outside and play. In the days of COVID, I think it will be difficult for you, but with all precautions, you can go out and play if it is allowed in your place. So playing for some time, coming back, taking bath again, cleaning your body is very important because a lot of dust and other bacteria and all the other microbes will accumulate in your body and your dress, so you have to remove it. Then after bathing, you can sit for some meditation. You can sit for 10 or 15 minutes meditation, because meditation will improve your mental capacity, your memory power, and you can study well properly. And after studying for 2-3 hours, you should have early dinner. That is very important. Like going to bed early, you should make sure that you are eating your dinner early. Most of the kids are eating very late with the parents. That is not a good habit. So eat early dinner. Early dinner will help you to digest your food properly before you go to bed. So, once you sleep, your digestion capacity will be less. So you should eat early dinner. Say 7:38, you can have your dinner. Then by 9:30, 10, if you're going to bed, if you're feeling hungry, you can have 1 glass of milk with turmeric. Turmeric is a wonderful Ayurvedic herb which has lot of antihistamines in it. Antihistamine means which will help you to prevent from getting allergies. It is good for digestion. It removes all the toxicity in your body which comes from eating other outside food. So turmeric is a wonderful drug. Taking turmeric milk daily will help you to getting into cold, cough, and all other asthma, all those things. So you can have a turmeric milk at bedtime, and if you're not interested to have taking a glass of milk, you can have one fruit, but make sure that the fruit which you're taking in the bedtime is not that sour. It should be something sweet, like apple is okay, and one banana is okay. So make sure that it is not that much sour. So turmeric and this fruit, turmeric milk and this fruit, all are very good for making you filling before you go to bed. And considering other herbs which are very good to improve your immunity. We all know that immunity is a word which we are hearing after we get into this COVID pandemic. So COVID is the one which can be prevented only by improving your immunity. Immunity is very important because immunity prevents us from getting all type of infections. We are prone to a lot of infections. We are exposed to a lot of infections. So to prevent it from getting into infections, we have to build up our immunity. So immunity cannot be built up with one drug or two drugs. Can be built up only through the systematic way of living, proper exercise, nutritious food, sleep, and all. So other than that, some herbs will help you to improve your immunity. One is turmeric, the other one is amla. Amla is gooseberry. It is very good. I think most of you have heard of Chyawanprash. It is an Ayurvedic formulation. It is in the form of a paste. The taste is good. It will improve your body health. At the same time, it is good to improve your memory power and the grasping capacity also. And the other one is ginger. Ginger you can make it a habit to have ginger along with your food. You can tell your mother ginger is good for improving our digestion. And again, it removes the gas in your body, and it improves the appetite, the taste. So you can improve little bit. Ginger is in little bit quantity because your children, you may not be able to adjust with the taste. And another one is pepper. That is also good for improving your digestion and removing the phlegm from your body. And before that, I forgot to tell you about the posture. Posture is the one which you have to be very careful when you are at home or in the school. See, keeping a good posture by giving support to your back, that is your spine, that is your backbone. You have to sit in the proper way. Don't lean towards the table and study. It is not good for your eyes and not good for your shoulder, back, or your spine. Most of the children are coming to me with neck and back pain in very early age because the posture is not good. So keeping a good posture is very important for good learning and to avoid from getting into back and neck problems. So make sure that you're sitting in the proper way in the school and at home. And the main one is the health of your eyes. Now, most of your classes are online classes. I can understand because we can't go to the school regularly. So you have to finish your portions also. So eye health is very important because you have to study with your computer or PC for the class, and again you are getting into your games in the tabs. So almost 10-15 hours you are exposed to the screen. It is not good for your eyes, but we can't avoid it for your studies. So make sure that you use less time for your tab games. You can make it weekly once or twice. I spend some time for that. But during your school days, concentrate on your studies and you can use your PC for that. And to improve your eye health, what you can do is you can do some exercises for your eye, which is actually blinking your eyes once in 1 hour or once or twice in 1 hour. That is closing your eyes and opening it 2-3 times. And other exercises looking into a spot which is far from you and concentrating on that. That also will improve your eye health. So eye health is very important. And amla, a part of a medication called tripla. We have a medication called tripla. I think your mother or grandmother will be knowing the name. Tripla contains amla. So tripla is good for your eyes. Taking tripla in the capsule form will help you to improve your eyesight and eye health. So these are the things which you have to take care in the school and at home. So my dear little friends, I hope you will all commit yourself to develop good habits which keep you healthy. Remember, being healthy is a constant effort. It's like cycling. You stop pedaling, the cycle slows down. And what happens when you do not apply the brakes when the cycle goes downhill? So it is important to ensure that we take our health very seriously. Health is wealth. We have heard about it, right? And we will say in Ayurveda, in Sanskrit, we say, if there is wall only, we can paint on it. We can't paint on an empty surface. Okay, if there is wall, we can paint on it. So if health is okay, that is good. To remain healthy, we will have to put in the extra effort, like getting up early in the morning, following good habits, and like the break in the cycle, refrain from certain types of junk foods. Using junk foods a lot will make you overweight, sometimes obese. Overweight and obese are different. Obesity is the latest condition of overweight. So don't take a lot of junk food. So obesity will lead you into many kind of diseases. So better to avoid obesity in the childhood itself, which I'm sure is a big attraction. The junk foods are a big kind of attraction. Good habits are like Santa, gives you the gift of God and happy life. My love to all of you, and may God bless you with a bright and healthy future. Thank you and namaste.
Thank you, Mom, for sharing with us such easy practices towards good health through simple practices and changes in our diet and the use of herbs in our everyday life.
In fact, even though we know health is of paramount importance, yet many of us do not make eating well and exercising daily a priority until our health suffers.
I agree with you, Ranveer. Ma'am, some of our students have expressed their eagerness to put forward their queries before you. Over to the student audience.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm Avishi from Class 5C. Thank you for this inspiring session. Ma'am, I'd like to know what motivated you to study Ayurveda?
After plus two, I was eager to go to some medical science, to study some medical science. And two of my uncles were good Ayurvedic practitioners. And myself and my sister used to heal with Ayurveda when we were sick. So I was eager to go to Ayurvedic college and study what Ayurveda and to know what is Ayurveda and how it can help for healing.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm Parvati from Class 3C. My question is Ayurveda popular all over India? And is Ayurveda recognized by the World Health Organization?
Yes, Parvati. It is popular all over the India, and most of the people are taking Ayurvedic medications for their illness, which is there for a long time, long-lasting illness, like we call it as chronic diseases, and it is with less side effects. And WHO is approved Ayurveda as one of the alternate system of medicine, so it is approved by WHO.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm Shreyansi from class 4D. I got inspired from your talk to find out more about such simple health tips from Ayurveda. Ma'am, where can I get more information?
Most of the informations are available in the Google, like all other stuff. So you can go to Google and find out. If you want to find out about the benefits of amla or turmeric or ginger, you can find it out. And definitely in your place, there are Ayurvedic practitioners who can help you to find out which is good for your body.
Afternoon, ma'am. I'm Rehan from class 4B. I have 2 questions to ask you today. Could you give us some easy tips to boost our immunity during this pandemic? And are Ayurvedic medicines bitter or are they sweet?
Okay. To improve your immunity, as I told earlier, these are the herbs which we give. We have formulations. See, Ayurveda doesn't have a single drug therapy. Usually we have all combinations of 2, 3 or 4 or 5 medicines together, herbs together. So, but as a single drug, you can use amla, which contains a lot of vitamin C, and turmeric, that is good for to remove the toxicity from your body, and ginger and ajwain, all are good for to improve your immunity. And improving immunity is very important because it can prevent all infections. And the other question, whether Ayurvedic medicines are bitter or sweet, we have 2 types of medicines. Kashayams, or the decoctions, we call it as the extracts that are bitter, but we have sweet medicines like arishtams, churnams, lehyams and all. So don't worry about the taste. It is good for your health, definitely.
Hello, ma'am. Well, thank you for the information. I'm Balakshi from BYB4B. We understand from your talk that Ayurveda uses medicinal plants for treatment. Since nowadays, a lot of fertilizers have been used in cultivation. Do they affect the growth and quality of these plants?
Yes, definitely it will affect the quality of the plants. But one thing is clear, that all Ayurvedic formulations are cooked preparations, not extracts. Like we will not squeeze the herb and take it. We will cook it in different forms, and we will use it as the decoctions or arishtams or pastes or powders. So the pesticides which is applied, which is on the herbs, will be removed after cooking. So nothing to worry about the pesticide effect. It will be safe to take.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm Parvati with another question. I have heard my grandma talk about the health benefits of Ayurveda. Can you recommend some food which we children should include in our diet?
As I said earlier, the herbs which will help you to improve your immunity, and it is tasty also. Along with that, you can have jaggery coconut combinations for your snack, and some pickles which is made of amla, and drink water with Ayurvedic herbs. All those things are good, and some vegetables along with some herbs can be made into rice. So these are the homemade things which we can use on our regular practice.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm Samraj from grade 3A. Ma'am, I have a question. Can Ayurvedic doctors perform surgery?
A tricky question. See, Ayurveda allows doctors to do surgery, but one thing, the first known surgery in the world was done by Sushruta in India. Sushruta is our scientist from Ayurveda. But nowadays, Ayurvedic doctors are limited to do certain kind of surgeries. But Ayurveda has its own surgical practices for a lot of health issues Ayurvedic surgery practices are doing here in India. So that can be done. Regarding the other major surgical parts, we are not into that now. We are trained for surgery, but we are not doing it except the Ayurvedic procedures, surgical procedures, which we are practicing here.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm Sarvesh from grade 5A. Ma'am, during this pandemic, the screen time for all of us has increased. Can you please suggest some more simple exercises for our eyes?
As I said earlier, blinking your eyes few times in 1 hour gap is good, and concentrating on a spot which is far from you, and you can just rotate your eyes in both the directions. These are the exercises, and eye and neck strain together it will come. So give exercise to your neck also at the same time, so that will refresh you like a computer when you are doing more work on your computers.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm Avishi, and I have one last question. First of all, I found this session very engrossing and thoroughly enjoyed it. Ma'am, how can I pursue a course in this line of medicine when I grow up?
You are interested to pursue Ayurveda as your career, like other medical science departments like homeopathy, MBBS, dentistry, or whatever it is. Ayurveda is also a 6 years course. You have to go through the medical entrance, which is happening in the All India level and the Kerala state level. I'm from Kerala. So you have to complete your +2 with 50% marks. You have to prepare for the entrance, you have to write it, you have to get qualified for that, you have to study for 5 years, then you have to go for 1 year house agency. So in 6 years time, you will be graduated as an Ayurvedic physician. Then you can go for the higher studies also. The Ayurveda has different higher study departments. That is also there. So that for that you have to prepare again. But studying Ayurveda in a professional college will get exposed you to many kind of informations, and you can practice it in Kerala and all over India. In different countries, you may have to qualify with other examinations, because it comes under the alternate system of medicine in the countries like UAE, I think in Singapore also. So you can practice there also after finishing your qualifying exams there. But here it is after +2. You have to finish your +2 and go for the entrance examination.
This indeed has been an interesting and knowledgeable session. I am sure each one of us is eager to share this information with the moms as soon as we reach home.
That's for sure. May I now request our coordinator of grade 3 and 4, Ms. Lalitambika Ramakrishnan, to extend a vote of thanks to Dr. Rekha Varma.
A very good afternoon to one and all. I'm here to convey my words of gratitude to all those who made today's talk series a wonderful one. On behalf of the entire GIS fraternity, I extend a heartfelt vote of thanks to Dr. Rekha Varma for this enriching and engaging session on Ayurveda. I'm sure our dear students will have a lot to share with their parents today when they go home. And beyond that, a great takeaway for life. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you to all the wonderful panelists and MCs of the day. You did a good job, children. And a big thank you to all teachers and the tech support team also for the relentless support to conduct this event today, even in this prevailing pandemic situation. Thank you to one and all, and have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. As we conclude this session, let us remember to practice the simple preventive methods to promote and maintain good health, now and always.
Yes, keep in mind this proverb: when diet is wrong, medicine is of no use, and when diet is correct, medicine is of no need. Thank you everyone, and have a good evening.